Hello everyone. Welcome to day 22 of 41 days healing meditation challenge. Let's begin our meditation. Sit comfortably, relax yourself, relax your body, relax your mind. Close your eyes, clasp your fingers, cross your legs. Take a deep inhale. While inhaling, observe the air going in through your nostrils, touching your lungs. Just observe it. Exhale. When you're exhaling, observe the air coming from your chest through your nostrils, going out. We'll do one more time. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Just focus on your breath. Observe the breath. So, when we are doing meditation, when we are focusing on our breath, it is meditation. When we are lost in our thoughts, it is just sitting with eyes closed. So when we are lost in our thoughts, lot of our energy is drained. When we focus on our breath, when that's actually doing a meditation, we gain energy. So let's focus on gaining the energy rather than losing it in this precious 30 minutes. Observe your breath. Observe your breath. Focus only on our breath. Observe your breath. I love myself. Observe your breath. Just focus on your breath. I take responsibility of my life. I take responsibility of my emotions and thoughts. Observe your breath. Just focus on your breath. I am very self-disciplined. Just focus on your breath. Breath is our guru. Just be with your breath. Focus only on the breath. Just observe your breath. Last 2 minutes, focus on your breath. Last 1 minute. Do not open your eyes. Just focus on your breath. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bring your awareness back to your body. Whenever you're feeling comfortable, rub your hands, place them on your eyes. When you feel like opening your eyes, remove your hands, open your eyes, and look into your palms with a big smile. Appreciate yourself for finishing day 22 day of 41 days meditation challenge. Give that self-love, that warmth to you, and appreciate yourself. So let's begin our book reading session. So day before yesterday, we started letting your feelings out. So what are the types of feelings that we have so that we can let them out? So the first one is anger. So how can we release anger in a positive way? That is very important. How can we do that so that we don't damage ourselves physically, but at the same time, whatever we have the hidden anger, we can release. You can do it in two ways, physically and um, emotionally or verbally. So physically is like, if you want to release your anger, just punch the pillow or like put your pillow near your mouth, shout, or go to a space where you can let your anger out by shouting. That is a way that you can release it physically, or doing some workout exercise, or just letting that anger in a positive way. And this is the physical form. And if you want to let it in a verbal form or anything, you can write a letter, okay, and burn it, or you can go to that particular person and tell that, I am angry with you because with so and so reason. You can just talk, you can let it out, or if you don't want to talk it with that person, or if you have angry on yourself, you can go to the mirror, look at yourself, look at your eyes in the mirror, or if you don't feel like comfortable looking into your eyes, you can look at anywhere of your in your body part and start to communicate. Tell that, I'm angry because of, just let it out. Just let it out. So it is very, very important for us to let our anger out, or else that anger is going to manifest in the form of a disease if it is a prolonged anger. So which we don't want. All we need is, that self-love. We don't want to harm ourselves, right? So we want to let it out. So these are the ways that we can let our anger. Let's continue. We'll talk about habitual anger. What is a habitual anger? Habitual anger is something that no matter what, you just get angry. That has become a part of your habit. That is very, very danger. And the author says that is very childish. You always want your own way. That means if other person doesn't do it on your way, you get angry. If anything that doesn't happen on your way, you get angry. That is a habitual anger, which is the author is telling it's very childish. So you may want to work on that, about on your habitual anger. It would be helpful to ask yourself, self talk, okay? Why am I choosing to be angry all the time? Okay, these are some of the words. We already have a PDF copy shared in the group. So if you want to go through all these things that you want to work on it, just refer to that. Why am I choosing to be angry all the time? What am I doing to create situation after situation that angers me? So what are you doing so that the situations are happening, those situations are triggering you with anger? What is that? Ask yourself. You are going to get the answer. Trust me. Ask yourself. Sit calm and ask yourself. Yeah, Aruna, we'll share the PDF again, so that you can look into that. Sure. Is this the only way I can react into life? Is this what I want? Is this what you really want? Is this what you always wanted to be angry? When you are in anger, you feel low. You don't know what you're talking. You don't know what your mind is thinking. Is that what you always want in your life? You have to ask yourself, who am I still punishing or loving? The simple thing is, if you are angry, you are punishing yourself. The anger that when we get, that is so low vibrational energy. And when you always live in that low vibration energy, you're going to start damaging your body. It is going to start damaging your body slowly, and it is going to manifest into a disease. We don't want to do that. We don't want to be angry. We don't want to hold that anger within ourselves. We don't want to do that. Okay, always choose love over anger. Why do I want to be in this state? Why do you always want to be in that anger state? What am I believing that causes all these frustrations? You can ask yourself, why am I getting frustrated? Why am I getting angry? Ask yourself. You're going to start thinking that, okay, this is not needed. This is not, I really need to be react. Don't have to overreact and get angry. You're going to get answers from yourself. Okay. What am I giving out that attracts in others that need to irritate me? What are you talking? What are you doing so that other person is getting irritated and he is irritating you in return? You can ask all these things, and you can do that introspect, do that self talk and see what is that is making you angry all the time. You are going to get solutions. In other words, why do you believe that to get your way you need to be angry? See, this is very beautifully said. Why you have to believe that if you want to get your thing or anything done, do you really need to be angry? If you know something, your husband did something wrong, do you want to show that anger and be in that way, so that you be angry, yell, and you do that so that your husband is going to fix that? You don't have to do that, right? There is always an other way to do that. That's what the author is telling. Why do you believe that to get your things done you have to be angry? There is no need to do that. There is no need to believe that to get your things done you have to be angry. I'm not saying that there are no injustice, and there aren't times when you have a right to feel angry. However, habitual anger is not good for your body because it lodges in there. Yeah, this is all what we are doing is what we are thinking is a habitual anger. If you are hurt, that's what the author is telling. There are few genuine things that you can be angry on, but there are also the habitual angers which you don't have to be angry. So we have to differentiate between, is it really worth being angry, or you know is it just that habitual thing that you always get triggered and you become angry. That thing we have to differentiate. Okay, notice what you focus on most of the time. Sit in front of a mirror for 10 minutes and look at yourself. Ask, who are you? What is that you want? What makes you happy? What can I do to make you happy? These things I want you all, to do this one. Even I'm going to do this one, and we are going to share it tomorrow. That let's sit in front of mirror and ask these things and see what answers you get within. Create a new space inside yourself for loving, optimistic and cheerful patterns. So let's start making that inside inner space within us for self love, optimistic, always being positive, and cheerful patterns. Cheerful, always be cheerful, always be happy, no matter what happens. This situation is going to pass on, but the the energy and the vibrations that we are holding, our body is going to hold to that, and it is going to manifest in the form of disease or some misalignment in our body. We don't want to do anything for our body. Okay, no matter what happens, we always choose cheerfulness, lovingness, happiness, all these things. Situations are going to change. Okay, there is no need to hold on to those things. Just believe in this thing. This is going to change. This is going to change. I'm going to give that self love always to me, no matter what happens. There is nothing new or unique about anger. No one escapes this experience. The key is in recognizing it for what it takes and taking that energy in a healthier direction. So the author is telling, right? Every single person experiences anger, but the very important thing is recognizing that anger, and we have to take that in a healthier way, healthier direction. Like what? Letting the anger out, talking to that person, I am angry like this. Why? Because you did so and so. And differentiating that, is it really necessary that we have to be angry, or we can let it go in another form? We have to differentiate ourselves. If you get sick, don't get angry over it. Instead of putting anger into your body, fill it with love and forgive yourself. Those of you who are caregivers for sick people can remember to take care of yourself too. If you don't, you won't be any good to others, to yourself or your friends and family. You will burn out. Do something to let your feelings out as well. Once you learn to deal with anger in a positive way that readily benefits you, you will find many wonderful changes occurring in the quality of your life. So the author is telling that we sometimes we get angry, right? If our kids get sick, that sickness gets to us and our body, and we feel sick and we get angry that why am I getting sick all the time? I have no energy. I have to take care of the house and all those things. Instead of getting angry, give yourself a self love. Remember, the whole book we are reading, and the whole 41 days meditation we are doing is to create that self love within us. How to develop that self love, because all of our life nobody taught us how to love ourselves. It is always for us that, loving others, giving love to others. But we never gave love to ourselves. The whole book and everything, what we are trying to learn in this 41 days is how we can give self love to us, giving self love to us. So when anything happens, when angry situations or anything happens, comes up, self love, learn to love, give that love so that the anger goes down. And when you control your anger and do these things, wonderful changes are going to occur in our life. That's what the author is telling. Resentment causes a variety of ills. Okay, so what is resentment? Resentment is nothing but prolonged anger. You have a anger on any one person or any situation, or anger on yourself for a long period of time. All that anger, what happens is it gets stored in our body and it is going to turn into a disease or illness. It is going to affect our body. The main problem with resentment is that it lodges in the body. It stays in the body, usually in the same place, and in time it sheets and eats away the body and often turns into tumor and cancer. So when you have all the prolonged things, the author is telling that it turns into a tumor and cancer. Therefore, repressing anger and letting it settle in our body is not conducive to good health. Again, it's time to let these feelings out. So there is no need for us to hold that anger within ourselves. We don't want to harm ourselves, or we don't want to harm our body. Just let that out, let those feelings out, so that we don't want to harm ourselves in the future. Many of us are raised in families where we aren't allowed to be angry. Women in particular were taught that to be angry was something bad. Anger was not acceptable except for one person, usually a parent. So we learn to swallow our anger rather than express it. Again, we can now realize that we are the ones who are holding on to it. Nobody is involved at all. So the author is telling that women especially, they are not allowed to be angry. So we always hold that anger within us. So the author is telling, when we do that, who is at fault? Who is getting that thing? We are the one who are getting damaged. So the author is telling that there is no need to do that. We should always find a way to let our anger out. And it's telling that nobody else is involved. If you are angry on someone, you are holding that anger, you are damaging yourself. You are at loss. Your body is at loss. Nobody else is at loss. So we have to take the responsibility of our life. So the author is telling that self-love, responsibility, all these things, we are learning them. Okay, like a LKG UKG student, like how they learn ABCD, like that we are learning the things where we can benefit our life, to know all these things. Let's do that self-love. Let's take responsibility of our life. Let's take that responsibility to let the anger out from us. We'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. We will share the PDF copy in the group once again. Thank you all. Okay, we'll share in Telugu also. Sure.